I'm also not saying that it's you told me a goal, son, at 10, and then now you're 21, and I'm like, don't forget your goal at 10. Like, that's why I said over time, your focus, your interest is going to change. It's going to grow. Some might change, some might get bigger. Some, like, all of that's going to happen. But what I'm saying is if my son came to me at 21 and he's, especially if he's in the NBA, then when I'm talking to him about his goals, like, I don't know anybody who's made it to the league and they didn't have some clear goals on getting there and on what they might want to do with that. So I would be more so reminding him of his goals for himself, not my goals for him.
You're not gonna
his
listen.
But that's I don't subscribe to that, Q, because that's not the type of kids that my husband and I are raising. We have very good relationships with them. We honor communication and we force them to get to know themselves. Now, obviously, at 10, that's going to be
how old are your kids, Carrie?
16, and then that's going to be different at 21. But the whole premise of I'm gonna help you to stay focused on building you, that's not going to change for me.
Yeah, but I'm sure what's his face that got with Brittany Renner had goal and they're focused and they talked and all of that and whoops.
Exactly. These
There
are
we go.
But you guys are I don't that's true, but I'm not them. I don't know. There's so many variables.
Like all you need is a big butt and a smile. Like there you go.
There's so many variables that make people different, and that to me, like you're comparing what my son or someone else's son could equate to based off of one example. Like there's a whole bunch of us. We all have different experiences and everything. I don't know. Right. Well, so I'm not gonna not do this because you might not listen to what I'm saying, or you might not hear me, or you might not tell me the truth, or I'm not gonna change how I'm supporting and raising my kid because he might go the other way. I'm gonna hope and pray that we instill what we need to in them for them to take whatever our interaction
here's
is.
the fact. Carrie knows that she would not let her son go through it, but in order to hold near and dear to her point, she's gonna hold it down and she's gonna act like, oh no, that would never happen. So, but
well, that's my question I was going to ask. No matter how good you're raised, not saying your kids, but somebody who's raised very well in a two-parent household, great education, don't you think like anybody could end up like dating somebody who's not good
anybody
for them?
it happens.
Yeah, but y'all
that was my question.
Carrie can't vision it because her kids aren't at that age and she doesn't see that.
Well, even her, if she was she seen, like, have you ever dated somebody that was bad?
Okay,
was bad for you?
This is really weird to me. So,
because I have.
So, okay, who has kids up here? Do you have kids, Jessica?
No.
Q, do you have kids?
Mm-mm.
B, do you have kids?
I do.
You have kids. So the Quentin, you have kids. Truth, do you have kids?
No, I don't. I don't have any kids.
Quentin is a baby daddy.
Delsman, do you have kids?
Yeah, I have kids.
Royce, do you have kids?
No.
Okay, so for the people who have kids,
you said Truth don't have kids. Truth don't have kids. I didn't
hear him.
No, I ain't got no kids.
Lies.
Okay. So for the people who have children, not that you can't answer if you don't, but are there not things that you believe you are or have instilled in your children that by the time they're adults, you would hope, unless your children are already adults, you would hope that you did a good enough job to where you can use the things you taught them as a part of the foundation of them when you're referencing stuff to them. So for instance, if you taught your children the value of telling the truth, then when you're talking to your child, your kid at 21, 22, do you think it's fair to talk to them as if you are a truthful person based off the fact that I have raised you this way and you've given me enough examples for me to say that you're a truthful person?
Carrie, they can't envision that. Carrie, did you do everything your parents said that you was gonna do?
Well, hold up, Q. I would really like the parents to answer, because what y'all are kind of saying is because your kid can go a different way than what you teach them or how you think you're grooming them. Like, are you therefore saying so don't operate that way? Like, there's nothing
No,
that
just life happens.
hold on. There's no scenario that I could put on the table about your and put your child in the scenario where you can honestly be like, nah, I can't see my kid doing that because of these reasons. There's nothing.
What I have to say as a parent is train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, hopefully he will not depart from it.
Yeah, it's hopefully.
It's hopefully.
But hopefully, all you can do is hope. They can still
like
a person that's not good for them. Unless you say, bitch, you ain't doing this, and you lock them up. Like,
you're all wrong. Listen.
Of course we are.
Kids, at the end of the day, for all of y'all that are parents, that is still your kid, especially if they're not married. That is still your baby. It don't matter how old they get. It don't matter what it is that they go through. For most of y'all, that is still going to be your baby. And if you're telling me that you're just going to hope that they focus and you're not going to be an active participant in their life, especially to evaluate who it is that they look as a father.
But that's what how is that different?
Listen, the reason that is different is because the conversation that you would have with him is completely different than the conversation that you're having with us, right? Because I don't believe even for a minute that you're going to be having a conversation with him based off of hope, because the conversation that I would be having is, what the fuck is you doing, bro?
The conversation would not be calm at all. It would not
my
be calm.
conversation. See, you making it seem like, because I know that you're trying to substantiate your argument, right? And that's fair. And I rock with that.
No.
And I rock with that.
No, Anton,
my conversation is different. I'm gonna be like,
but you're a man answering, and the first thing I said was I would have him talk to his father. But
and that's
now
cool,
you,
but that's not the scenario that I pose. I'm saying that
that's what I'm saying. You backed me. You eliminated all of my realistic options that I would use, and then y'all are criticizing the answer I gave. But you removed all of the all of the things that I would really do. You're saying I can't because it's not your scenario.
Let's back up. Let's say that the father was like, oh yeah, fam. I mean, I had a crush on her too, so bust that hoe down. Is that gonna be cool with you?
Yes, my husband would never do that.
You know what I'm saying? So there's no scenario that I can give you. There's no scenario that I can give you that I force you to actually answer the question based off of how you feel towards the son. The real question is, would you ever be okay with your son dating a 21-year-old son that's a budding billionaire dating a 38-year-old woman that you know it was on Basketball Wives?
Absolutely.
Would you ever be okay with that?
Absolutely not. Absolutely
exactly.
not.
And that's my point. My point is that you're not looking at it based off of an equal transaction or any of this other stuff. You looking at it based off of, hey, what the fuck is happening? This woman is a predator. I'm not letting it happen, and this is how we gonna play it out.
100%.
So then, if that be the case,
kid as a man,
if that be the case, how can we sit here and say that these women are not predators? In the same way that we say that men are that talk to younger women. And then we say that they are predators because there's no way that a man, and I don't agree or disagree because I've never been in that situation. But my point is that it's a double standard. Men always get held accountable regardless of the situation, whether he's an older man that's talking to a younger woman or he's a younger man that's getting finessed by an older woman. It's always going to be the man's fault. And we never hold the woman accountable.
We never said that the women weren't predators. I said that I would think that men nowadays, especially when they got more to lose than these women that they're choosing, they would choose better and know better. These women, we already know these women nature. We already know Brittany Renner, she's X, Y, and Z. What did her baby daddy think going into that? Oh, I'm going to change this woman.
She's a fat ass.
We all knew she was a hoe. We all knew it. We can't change a hoe. So why am I going to hold this hoe accountable for her hoeing and showing her true hoe nature?
What do you
I'm gonna be
mean? Because we have to. Why wouldn't we hold
he's
it
not gonna
accountable? The
change,
same way that
Anton.
we hold men accountable, that's pieces of shit.
But Anton, I
When
probably
men call me and they say, "Yo, what the fuck? Yo, I did this. I say, "Oh, you a piece of shit."
exactly. But guess what? That hoe is not gonna change. At least getting into these men's head, saying
How
stop
do we
choosing
know?
hoes.
The
I
reason, but
have
the
more
reason
faith.
they're
I have more
not gonna
faith,
change though,
Anton.
Q, is because they know that y'all not gonna hold them accountable. They don't have no pressure.
Chicks
Listen,
are
their
gonna
whole
Hold the
life,
woman
their
accountable.
whole life,
Besides beat the
every
shit out of
woman
her.
that's in their life says that they never gonna hold them accountable. So if they grow up like that and their every thought is always it's okay for me to do it because it's his fault it's his responsibility to turn me down, then why would she ever change knowing that nobody is ever gonna hold them accountable because everybody is always gonna blame it on the guy?